The ad was everywhere. Billboards, bus stops, online pop-ups. Participants needed memory enhancement study. 10. Zero compensation. No prior conditions required. No interviews. No lengthy medical histories. Just a signature, a waiver, and a promise of easy money. Jason signed up first. He was 24. Drowning in student debt and desperate to climb out. A pill a day for 8 weeks, weekly check-ins. A few harmless cognitive tests. Seemed almost too easy. He texted his friend Brooke to sign up too. Soon, more followed, a small group of 27 people. The trial was held inside an old, grey building on the edge of town. No logos, no signs. Just a brass plate on the door, Revel Biotech, authorized personnel only. Inside, the place looked normal enough. Bright, fluorescent lights. Cold metal chairs, crisp white lab coats. The first few days felt like summer camp laughter, teasing, new friendships. The first dose was uneventful. A small white capsule, swallowed with lukewarm water under a nurse's watchful eye. For a week, nothing changed, except the dreams. Jason dreamt in colors. He couldn't describe shades that didn't exist in the waking world. Brooke said she heard music in her dreams, full symphonies. Vivid and heartbreaking. Another participant, Marcus, claimed he solved complex math problems while asleep. At first, it felt like magic. The instructors encouraged them. Enhanced dreaming is a sign of the memory centers activating. Week 2, the real side effects began. Jason forgot where he parked his car. No big deal, he laughed it off. Brooke forgot the name of her favorite band. Weird, but maybe stress. Marcus forgot his own birthday. They started writing things down in notebooks, chuckling nervously about how old they were getting. By the end of week 2, things stopped being funny. Jason walked into his apartment and didn't recognize it. He stood in the doorway for almost 20 minutes, paralyzed, until Brooke found him. When she called his name, he blinked in confusion, as if hearing it for the first time. Brooke found herself dialing her mother's number, only to forget who she was calling halfway through the first ring. Marcus never showed up for the next appointment. The instructors, the men and women in lab coats, just smiled politely. Typical memory processing. Please continue the regimen. Week 3. Only 16 participants returned. Jason barely slept. When he closed his eyes, he saw corridors that twisted and bent. People he didn't know, events that never happened. Brooke tried to quit. She marched into the clinic, demanding to leave the program. The receptionist smiled sweetly and said, "You already completed the trial." "Dear, thank you for your service." Brooke screamed, but no one came. She stormed home, but when she opened her apartment door, it was empty. No furniture, no photos, like she had never lived there at all. Her landlord swore he never rented to anyone by her name. Jason tried to contact the university he graduated from. His records were gone. By Thursday, they were down to 9 participants. Week 4. That's when Jason found the basement. The clinic had a sub-level. No one spoke about. Accessible only when the night staff switched shifts. He wandered past the elevator bay, half-dazed, his mind fraying at the edges. Down a narrow stairwell, past flickering lights, Jason found the true facility. Rows of glass rooms, inside each participants from earlier weeks, strapped to beds, eyes open. Mouths moving silently, repeating loops of forgotten conversations. Above their heads, monitors flashed brain scans jagged. Chaotic bursts of static where memory centers should be. Jason recognized Marcus, or what was left of him. He wasn't sleeping. He wasn't awake. He simply existed. Twitching slightly with every wordless whisper. Jason stumbled backward, heart pounding. Behind him, a door opened. 2 men in black medical scrubs stepped into the hallway. No name tags. No smiles. Jason ran. The next morning, the clinic was gone. The building was there, but abandoned, boarded up. Like it had never operated. No records, no Revel Biotech, no police reports. No way to prove anything had happened. Jason found Brooke days later, wandering the park barefoot, wearing pajamas. clutching a photo of a family she no longer recognized. When he tried to talk to her, she only smiled and said, "Sir, do I know you?" And then walked away. Jason tried to find help, psychiatrists, hospitals, lawyers. But nobody listened. Who would believe a man who forgot half his life? Months passed. Jason lived in the edges of society. A man unmoored from the past, watching strangers' lives like a ghost. Sometimes he glimpsed others from the trial, sitting blank-eyed in diners, walking endlessly down highways, alive but hollow. He carried his notebook everywhere, now names, dates, places. Facts about himself he wrote down daily, proof that he existed. But the entries grew shorter, the handwriting sloppier, until one night, Jason woke up in an alley with no notebook, no ID, no name in his mouth. He wandered the city like the others, breathing, blinking, but no longer living. Revell Biotech resurfaced years later under a different name, in another country, offering new trials, new miracles, the same promise. Enhance your mind, unlock your potential. No mention of the garden trials. No mention of what they had done. No memory of those they erased. Because that's the cruelest part. You can survive losing your past. You can survive forgetting the people you love. But what they proved was even darker. You can survive forgetting yourself. And no one would ever know you were missing, because the world forgets too.